Hi everybody, and welcome to COP 2822 Website Development, a Summer Term B online class where we will cover 16 weeks worth of material about making web pages in just 6 short weeks. It's going to be a wild and exciting ride, and I look forward to taking this journey with you. I am Dr. Lisa Macon. I will be your instructor for this course. I have been at Valencia full-time for 10 years, part-time for 3 years before that, and I'm entering my 11th year here as a tenured faculty member in the Computer Science and Information Technology Department at Valencia's West Campus. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science and a master's degree in computer science, both from when I lived in New York, bachelor's from Hofstra University, master's from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. And I've worked for 4 years as a software developer for various companies, including Exxon, Citibank, Sony, and the Associated Press. After doing that professional stint, I relocated to Central Florida and pursued a more academic career and obtained my master's and PhD at UCF, and they're both in mathematics. And you may wonder, why mathematics in your teaching computer science? Well, actually, the type of mathematics that I specialized in for my advanced degrees wasn't differential equations and calculus and what students typically think of as mathematics, but rather I specialized in an area of mathematics called graph theory, and my research is in applied network design. So even though the degrees are technically math, my research is in theoretical computer science. So there really is a great connection to be made there. So we're going to be doing web pages together, and I have a few things to talk about with you in the short introductory video. I've sent you all the syllabus, and I suggest that you print out a copy and read it thoroughly. It looks like this. And it's got several pages of information. On the first page, you've got my contact information and some information about the objectives for the course. The following pages list all of the policies, and then the last 2 pages are probably what you want to laminate or blow up into poster size and carry with you everywhere you go. These are the schedule for the course for the entire semester. So it tells you what you should be covering when and when all of the assignments are due. And that's really important that you stay on top of those assignments, because not all assignments are due on the same day of the week, so you really need to follow that schedule to a T. Again, read the syllabus thoroughly. If you have any questions, please let me know. At this point, since the semester hasn't officially begun, you can email me using the email address on the first page of the syllabus, but after the term begins, please post those questions on the WebCT Blackboard discussion board so that the answers will benefit all of your classmates. There is a required textbook. This is all listed in the syllabus, but I did want to show you what it looks like. It looks like this: HTML and XHTML 5th edition by Patrick Carey. This is a new perspective series book from Cengage Technology. Sometimes that company has been known as Course Technology. It just depends on the binding that you buy, what it says is the publisher. But this is what it looks like. And on the syllabus, I have included for you the ISBN for the book. This information enables you to shop for the book at places other than Valencia's bookstore. They don't want me to tell you to do that, but the truth is you can get the book cheaper elsewhere. The caveat to all of that is you really need to have the book before the semester starts. If you wait to start shopping for the book until we start a 6-week semester, the shipping time that most websites where you can buy books require will mean that you won't get your book in time to do your first several homework assignments. I can't give extensions due to not having the book. That is against the rules here at Valencia, so you will not be able to get an extension if you don't have your book. Therefore, I suggest that you start shopping for your book right now, or just plan to buy it in Valencia's West Campus bookstore, where we have the book there ready and waiting for you to purchase. I want to emphasize that only West Campus's bookstore may have this book. Each campus chooses their texts individually, so I cannot guarantee what book is sitting in the bookstore at the other campuses, so please be aware of that as you're shopping for your textbook. Okay, let's talk a little bit about homework. I already mentioned to you in my first email that I sent out to the class that part of what you're going to need for this class is to set up a website. So you're going to set up a website, and as you work on your web pages on your local computer, this will all make sense after you read the first 2 chapters of your book, you will set up the web pages and upload them to your website. Now this website could be, if you have, let's say, Roadrunner service through Bright House, you have a website that you're already paying for as part of your Bright House service, or maybe you work for a company that provides a website to you, or your internet service provider, whoever they may be, like Earthlink and some of the others, provide you with website space that you can use as part of your business that you're already doing with them. If you don't have access to a website such as the ones I've mentioned, you can purchase for a very low amount of money a website to access for 2 months. One of the sites I recommend is GoDaddy.com. They have very good instructions and decent support. There are free services out there. I'm going to suggest that you do not use them, and here is why. Although some students have been very successful in using free websites, they typically work best for those who already have experience making websites, because free often means no support. So if you're new to this and you want to be able to call somebody and say, hey, I'm uploading my files but they're not appearing, or hey, something happened when I was working on my website, please help, a free service is not going to be able to support you in these ways. And I'm not technical support, I'm a professor, and I can't log into all the students' various websites and see what their technical problems are. They all work a little bit differently, and only you can really access your website. So it's really important that you choose a paid service unless you're really comfortable using a free service and have some experience doing that. I cannot stress that enough. Keeping in mind you only need it for June and July and perhaps a little bit of August, but we can have your work graded before that time if it's a money issue for you. Please go with the paid service if you don't have access to something that you're already paying for. Okay. If you have any questions at all about how to do that, or if you need some support before the semester starts getting everything up and running, please email me and I will try to help you out as best as I can. The homework policy in general is that all the homeworks are posted in WebCT Blackboard. They're also included for you on the syllabus. All the homework comes directly out of the book, so you don't need to be able to get into WebCT Blackboard in order to access your assignments. However, you do need to be able to get in there in order to submit your assignments. And you'll see that once the semester starts, you have several days before the first assignment is due to get in there and figure out how to submit an assignment and ask questions if you need help. The real point that I want to make about homework is that there are no extensions for any reason. So you have all the due dates right now. I'm giving you all the work to start as far in advance as you want to, but the price you pay is that you have to turn in your assignments on time. There are no extensions given to any one student for any one reason. So make sure if you have things going on in your life that may prevent you from getting work done on time, that you start working ahead of time and you can submit your work as early as you want to. That's always a possibility for you, but turning in work late is not. There are no exceptions to this rule. Next, discussions. So I've already mentioned the WebCT Blackboard discussion board. You'll notice in the syllabus that there is a required discussion component for your grade. So each student has to post a certain amount of posts to the discussion board. These can be questions about the assignments, these can be answers to other students' questions, or they can be just general posts about things going on in technology, and that's totally fine. If you're having trouble thinking about what to post, please be sure to email me for a suggested topic and I'll give you a prompt. I've actually put some already up there on the discussion board, so if you're struggling thinking of something, there are some suggestions for you. But this is the interaction portion of our grade, and it has to be there. This is what's taking place of you coming to campus and interacting with the class in person. So while I will help you along the way if you need help with discussion topics, I cannot give you credit for doing discussions that you haven't done just because you couldn't think of a topic. So be sure to keep on top of that requirement. And if you post, let's say, 2-3 posts a week, you should be able to meet that requirement without making much of an effort at all whatsoever. I do want to point out that I expect students in a 6-week course to be logging into the course and reading all the posts on a daily basis. Maybe you can skip Saturday or Sunday, but you shouldn't wait a week before logging in and reading the posts. You're going to miss important things that would be helpful to you in the assignments that you're working on, and you're going to miss opportunities to fulfill your posting requirements. So intend to log in every day and do work. In that same vein, it's going to be really required that you are going to have to work a couple hours a day on this class. Again, we're compressing this course like a 3-to-1 ratio almost. So you're going to have to spend 3 times as much time every day, every week, etc., to do the work that you would spend if you were taking this in a regular fall or spring semester. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't cut out material because this course is a prereq to a lot of other courses, and we need to know that students coming out of it have learned everything they need to learn for the next course, no matter what semester they took the course in. So be sure to take a close look at the syllabus, take a look at the assignments, plan your time and manage your time wisely, and if this is not the correct option for you, you could take the course in the fall semester when it will be offered again as well. That's a decision that's up to you. I just want everybody in the course to succeed, and I know that you can as long as you plan to spend the appropriate amount of time on doing the work. If you have any questions, please email me or call me using the contact information on the first page of the syllabus. I look forward to working with you all, and enjoy the rest of your summer until summer term B begins.